Good afternoon, everybody. It's April 28th, it's about 12:10. Just after lunch, Liberty County Commissioners Court special meeting. We have one item to consider here. Matthew, I don't see a reason for an executive session in this matter, just come to the one item to
No, sir.
And this is to purchase of repairs to locks and intercom at Liberty County Jail for $929,492.40 from Synaptic Incorporated. So, Matthew, would you like to elaborate, or does the sheriff or the warden have anything they would like to add to it?
I helped facilitate putting it on the agenda and support discussion about it, but really the sheriff's office would be much better positioned to explain it.
Warden?
Thank you.
We had two quotes come in, and one quote was over $1 million just for the locks. This is Synaptic. We even went to McLennan County where they've done work before, met with them, and they gave us a quote for the locks and the intercoms for less than $1 million, so we'd like to go with them.
Is this revisions? Is this
Yes.
updating?
It's
Are we-
revisions that we need for missing locks.
And I
It
know
looks
that,
like some updating too. if you
Yeah.
read through all this. But I can't answer that question, but
Some
Yeah.
of it is
Here's-
updating.
my concern is us piecing this jail contractors getting in here without having a master plan or plan to have a general contractor come in here. Now, the fire suppressant, I'm like wholeheartedly, yes, we have to do this. But these locks and stuff, we still have no game plan, or at least none that I know of getting a contractor in here to tell us what we need to do with what the write-ups are, and to proceed with a whole package instead of we're $1 million here, $1 million there, $4 million here. You know, we have no idea what's going on.
Intercoms are a life safety issue, and that's one of the reasons they want to shut us down, is because we have to have two-way communication.
So, wait a minute, let's run that by again now.
The jail commission, it's a life safety issue not having intercoms. You have to have two-way communication with the inmates in the cells. And that was a big thing that they wanted us to get done, and the locks. Each door has to lock.
But this is just one piece of the puzzle why they're trying to shut us down. It's not the whole reason. I mean, if we get to spend this $1 million here, they're not gonna come by and say, okay, great, guys, y'all did this, now we're gonna let y'all reopen, correct?
It's one of the biggest things besides the fire suppression.
Well, my concern is, we don't have an unlimited budget to go by, and we're having to take this out of the general funds. And in order to do that, we've got to come up with the reasons for the auditor to release this, and I think we've already deemed it an emergency.
That's
Get it
correct.
out of there. Do we have a plan? Have we got like a general contractor to come in to look at this so he could sub this out?
No, I was supposed to get with the general contractor.
The general, this is something that needs to be done pretty quick. I mean, the general contractor's gonna be doing this same stuff when we do get one.
Correct.
We have a list, but that, I mean, realistically, I bet we're 6 months out before, I'm just throwing a number out there. How
Well, I
long
know
is it
3 to
take?
4 years ago, we spent over $100,000 on locks.
Where-
DT Birch. It came through court right here, and we had an outside contractor come in and fix these locks.
And
This was 3 to 4 years ago, right before y'all took it.
maintenance had not been maintained at the jail correctly. That is why we are in the situation we are now.
So this $1 million we're spending here, or 3 or 4 years down the road, we're gonna be looking at the same thing?
No, because now the maintenance department is under the jail, and we can properly maintain it the way it needs to be done.
Let me ask you a question about the intercom system. We've additionally had problems with those because the inmates like to tear the speakers out of them and turn them into their own personal listening device. What about these?
So this company, like I said, I had my maintenance guy go to McLennan County, and they did McLennan County's intercoms, they did their camera system, and they did their locks. And they haven't been able to tear them out. MTS is, in my opinion, not up to date with the inmates of today.
So in further Bruce's concern, if a general contractor would, it looks like that they would maybe employ people like this to sub out through them, and then we'd get a markup.
50%
For
markup.
carrying that contract, but I'm just saying, you know, based on his concern, is it possible that we do this work and in general say, hey, it's impeding our ability to make some other repairs? I don't know what the repair scope is, so forgive me for being ignorant about what's going on at the jail, but.
If anyone would like to come and do a walkthrough, we're more than happy to do a
Yes,
walkthrough to let y'all see.
It's roughly 100 and, I'm gonna say 130 doors. So they have to rewire every single door has to be rewired to all those doors. So it's running all that wire, and then it's all new door locks. Those door locks, majority of them have been there since the jail opened. And so it's not a lot of the, it's the individual cell locks to the individual cells. We have 3 types of pods. One where it's completely open house and it's just bunk beds. Then we have a 2-story where the downstairs is a day room, and then it has a 2nd floor, and right below that, also in the day room. Those are individual cells. And then we have another pod design where it's a day room, and then it's cell doors on one floor. And that's I think 4 or 6 cells in each one of those day rooms. And so those locks are the ones that, for those doors individually.
I don't think there's any question or argument about this needs to be done.
Yeah, it definitely needs to be
And-
done.
Judge knows this probably, but the locks are not built right now. They have to fabricate and make the locks. They actually, Coach Grigg, if I'm wrong, but when the locks are made, they said they can have them all installed within 8 days. They can get them all, the PAs and the PA system and the locks, they can do in 8 days.
But aren't we in litigation with, between our attorneys and the jail commission? Do we even know that we're gonna win this? Do we know that we're gonna spend $1 million and they're gonna turn around and shut us down? I mean,
Well, the only reason they shut us down is because we didn't meet the standards that the
Correct.
jail commission has. This is meeting the standards that the jail commission has.
so this is all of their concerns. I mean, we fix these locks and we've answered all of the,
Not all of it, no, sir. You saw that, if you've seen the remedial order, you see that the different things that were on there. We corrected. In fact, the judge, and I believe you were in the meeting,
yeah,
that we have answered a lot of the stuff that was deficient. The locks are the main thing, the PA system, then we have, because of the fire damage, we've got an estimate of around 300,000 to fix the west end, that will go through there and repair. They're gonna have to replace the roof and other things in there.
correct. How about the air conditioning system?
They're gonna have to work on that as well.
So have you got any bids on it?
But that's, that end, we're hoping to start on the east end and get that opened up so where it can do, because it's gonna take a while for the insurance adjuster and then to fix the repairs on the other end.
But I hope you
But-
see what I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to get at, we fix this, but we have no idea what we're fixing to have to spend after we fix this to get everything in compliance. I mean, we can throw money here and fix the locks, and then we turn around, okay, well, oh geez, we got an air conditioner, it's gonna cost us $5 million more. Oh, then we got something else, we gotta redo the kitchens, the halon systems and stuff. Because I know all that's in the jail
We can
commission.
keep housing them out, Commissioner.
Well, I realize that, but
Working on another contract right now.
Yeah, but I would like to see it all kind of one game plan where we, if we go fix this and then they come in there to do something else, well, we should have done this because we could rather done this before we done that.
Well, it's different contractors. We've got somebody to do the locks and the PA. The air conditioner would be something else. It's gonna be covered, hopefully covered under insurance, but it's different companies. It's not the same person.
And the thing is, we can't just go in and have every contractor working at the same time. I still have 150 inmates in that facility that we're maneuvering around so they can work in this dorm, so they can work in this dorm. These contractors don't wanna work where the inmates are.
And then, that scope of work that I sent last week, we could just have get an emergency meeting on that. I mean, it's ready to go.
It's attached to this. Is that the one you're talking about that this is part of?
I haven't seen nothing,
You didn't get it?
no.
It's right here, this adaptive one right here.
Oh, yeah.
You got that
Yeah,
one?
that's just on the locks, that's what we're discussing
Yeah.
right
I
now.
think-
Billy's talking about a different.
Yeah, he's talking about a whole different,
No, we haven't gotten that.
yeah.
But, I mean, the question is, do we run the risk of approving some work, it gets done, and then we have to do something else, and we have to rip this stuff out?
You wouldn't have to
We
rip it
wouldn't
out.
have to list it out. But do you run the risk of not showing that we're trying to get it done when we go up there and say, well, y'all haven't even done anything on the
I
locks?
think that ship's already sailed.
But
Well,
if you
this
read-
is good faith effort, okay? I'm gonna look at that part of it too. You can have this done in, what, 8 days?
Well, when they get the parts, they gotta get the locks made, and within 8 days, they'll have it all installed.
So what's the time frame for getting the lock?
They set up to 15 weeks or
Yeah,
so.
16 to 20 weeks to get everything made. And then once they get everything made, they'll come down here, and they say they'll be working night and day, have 2 crews going.
So that's 5 months roughly, to fabricate the locks, and then 8 days.
So is it possible then to approve the purchase of the locks without the rest of the installation in the intercom until we get this other data?
I think it's all.
But I mean, that's a heck of a lead time to be dealing with, 15 weeks. But if that gets the ball rolling at least on repairing the jail. Is that, am I wrong?
Well, like she was saying, the PA system is a safety issue. It has to be done.
Okay. So y'all would go ahead and get that work done first?
It's all
They
tied
do it with the
in
locks,
together.
it's all the
They're gonna do it all
wiring, they're
together.
gonna do all the wiring.
So again, that part of the thing wouldn't happen until the locks came in?
Correct.
Okay.
Hey, Matt, I think part of the issue is the Jails Commission gonna look at this as a good faith effort of ours to address their issues and not shut us down? Or is it, water after the boat's, sinking or something? I don't know. I mean, how bad is it?
Well, this is necessary but not sufficient. I mean, I think from listening to everybody, that's a good generalization. At the end of the day, this is necessary, we have to do it. Will this take care of all the issues? Absolutely not. We've still got other issues to deal with.
So
We will be in Austin on Thursday, and I'm sure what the results of this will be discussed then. Something to consider.
You know, the attorneys in that meeting the other day was going to get with us, Nathan come up with some good questions about prior 94 specifications and how they were to begin with. And
There are aspects to our defense that I'd rather not discuss
Right.
in this. We should.
So in our repairs, are we modifying from the old to now new that we don't need to? Or was those answers or questions answered?
The locks that they're putting in are almost identical to the ones they're gonna be push button, that's what we have now, that are not working, the systems aren't talking to each other.
And the intercom and
the
everything
intercom
else
is the
was,
same thing, you push a button, you can talk to them, they push the button, they can talk to you.
and all that was in there in 91
Yes.
when the jail was opened.
Okay, so what do y'all wanna do? Spend $1 million, get the ball rolling on this, or sit back and wait for additional assessment by a qualified either A&E group to come in here and look at it and say, no, that's not what we really need to do. Let's
So
do this.
what is the process for that though, Judge?
You know,
Get somebody in here.
Find a contractor that's done a renovation before, that knows what they're doing, to be able to come in and assess and look at what we have problems with it, and kind of give us a general idea, because he knows the contractors that he can sub out to get the work done.
Okay. So
But then again, if I knew that just this million, we could spend it as in good faith with the jail commission, on which would be a show of good faith, can I be assured that we're going to get some kind of game plan going and get somebody in here on the rest repairs instead of just throwing $1 million here and throwing $1 million there? I mean, I haven't seen any of the the repairs that need to be done. As like I'm saying, air conditioning, I know the halon, we was written up one time for the halon systems in the cafeteria and several other items.
We did the emergency thing. Do we have an engineer or person that we could hire that can be putting this together?
No.
No?
We could get one.
Oh, yeah, I've got several names.
Yeah.
I mean, it's people
But like
that's done this
Mr.
work
Bob said,
before.
is it gonna be a markup? Are they gonna charge us 1.5 because they thought that person?
I would rather pay somebody a markup than spend the taxpayers $1 million for something we don't need. And I'm not saying we don't need it. I'm just saying it's the price you have to pay for doing business.
But if we need it,
Yeah,
I would like to see,
you're gonna have to have it
We're gonna have to have
done.
Yes,
Either
yes,
way.
yes, it is.
and this, we got 2 bids, this,
I would kinda like to see a game plan, of everything included, that, you know, we're gonna do this, you know. The first thing may be the locks we need to get done.
But like I said, he's got a meeting Thursday with the jail commission.
That's correct.
And I would like to bring something to the table that says, hey, listen, we are doing this.
I think the risk that y'all are talking about is the risk that it'll turn out that these very locks and this very intercom isn't what a general contractor would recommend.
Correct.
Or would ultimately be necessary and required under the standards. But they're telling us that this is not gonna interfere with any other renovations that would be necessary. So, if I'm understanding.
Just to let you understand, our inspector that comes by here, he's the one that recommended this company, he's the one that has used this company, and the jail commission is happy with this company.
Well, let me ask this. If they do these jail, can you guys wait outside for a minute,
Okay.
please? Thank you. If we do these jail changes, will it make it easier for a contractor to come in and work on like the fire damage and stuff like that because it'll be more secure? Is that something that is going to, do you see what I'm saying? In other words, we got to secure the inmate population before we can do anything else anyway kind of deal? Is it 1 foot before the other? Is that what this is?
Yes, and bottom line, we still have inmates there, and they don't have two-way communication system. So it is a huge life safety issue. They get in there and the officers making rounds in other dorms, something happens, they have no way to contact us to say, hey, something's going on, hey, we need help.
but you can't have one without the other, that's what you told me earlier, right?
Because they're gonna,
They work together.
yes.
And so, is there a possibility that some other door and some other intercom system would be recommended by someone else?
I mean, there's always gonna be another vendor that somebody else would like preferred.
But
better.
your state jail inspector recommended this,
He gave us the lead to contact, you know.
that,
Y'all compared this to another quote.
Yes, and they
From-
only quoted us for locks, and it was 1.1.
And they have not done very good service. I would recommend not even doing anything with them.
So you check them out with,
Yes.
you know, prior projects, that sort of thing.
And like I said, we went to McLennan County, the maintenance guy did. Their staff are happy with it, their warden is happy with it, their sheriff is happy with the work that Sedaptic has done.
so Matthew, does this jeopardize our appeal or our lawsuit if we do nothing?
Yes, it does. I think we need to show progress. We need to show progress yesterday, honestly. Now, I understand, I'd like to tie it all up in a bow too with, you know, with the general contractor and know that this is the entire scope of work. This is our total financial liability for the project as well. And in part, I think the tension everyone's feeling with that is it's difficult, it's a bunch of different things, rather than one single turnkey kind of solution. You're gonna have to address a bunch of different things no matter what.
I share Bruce and Greg's concern about not having this all bundled up into one, but sometimes you just gotta bite off that piece and you go to keep the ball rolling
Correct, I agree, and I think I've been quite transparent about the fact that I would like, we probably need to go ahead and do this. If nothing else, for this meeting that's coming up to show some kind of, that we have got off of our butt and done something. But following forward, I want a game plan. I wanna know what we're doing and to address the problems they have and have a contractor that's overseeing this to get it done.
Is the county looking at someone to manage this for us, other than the contractor themselves?
Well, I've checked on a couple of contractors that the sheriff has given me.
But I mean, like outside entity, like where it's not, like,
Project manager.
Yeah,
correct.
well, we don't need an architect, because we're not redesigning, we're just repairing. We need a good general contractor that is used to doing these. And the contractor out of Angelina County contacted me today with 2 numbers of the 2 contractors that they use, and said that we could call them directly. And I was going to pass that on to Billy. So with everything that's been said here, I will make a motion to approve the repair locks.
Thank you. Okay, we have a motion, looking for a second.
Second. I thought Gerald made it.
I'll second.
Okay,
Well, you got the second.
okay, it don't matter to me, Rob.
No, he didn't really make a motion a while ago, he just had a comment, but.
Oh,
he didn't
okay.
make a motion. And Joe had a second, so, all right, we got a motion and a second. Lee, you got that?
Yes.
sequence?
Yes, I do, but the problem is I can't see or hear David, so I don't know if I can record his vote.
Else, I can-
Can you get him at all, Tiffany? Is he still in there?
I've seen him from time to time, but I can't see him now.
He's
Yeah.
popped in and out, I don't know if he doesn't have good signal.
I was going to say, if they don't have better high-speed internet at the jail than we have in precinct 4 County Barn, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, he's not responding.
I'm gonna go ahead and abstain him then, since
If,
he's,
yeah, if you're not able to hear from him or see him, then
Yeah, we don't know if he's heard any of this, or.
Yeah, I've been able to see him from time to time.
yeah,
but he's not there.
I know he's in,
Yeah.
but without being able to see him voting, I don't know how to, do his vote, so it's just gonna be you guys then, I guess, so. We're
I
ready.
can call him and ask him how he wants to vote on it.
We-
I still gotta see it and hear it
I
somehow.
need to
so.
see him and hear it. Okay, so we have a motion and a second on, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Likewise, nays.
Jay, you abstaining?
Motion does carry. And,
Make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you.
You're gonna vote aye, Jay?
Second that,
Okay. You're gonna vote aye?
You gotta say-
yeah, I'll vote aye.
Yeah, I
Okay.
second.
Got a motion from Bruce, second from Gerald to adjourn. All in favor say aye.
Aye.